Welcome back, guys. It's Alon here, and we have another weekly episode of AcornProductions. Now, this week's been quite interesting. Looks like there's a little update on etoro where it gives a little sort of update about what our portfolio is like. So our portfolio is well diversified with a mix of well-known stocks, cryptocurrencies, and technology giants. So I don't know, I think this is some sort of AI thing. In other news, guys, it could be due to, if we have a look, we have a big cash holding at the moment, 40%. Probably definitely due to that. If you didn't tune in last week, we had a really big month last month, and one of the big focuses of this month is not to be negative. So to be honest, I'll show you later in the video, but crypto is going down, and it's highly likely that if we hadn't have, pulled back the reins on the horses, we could be negative this month. Crypto is dipping back down, which I did expect. It did take a little bit of a longer run than I thought it would have with some of the things. I'll get into that in a moment. But we've managed to actually have a positive month this month, which is really good. I really just want to lock in those essentially gains from last month. But what I was saying is we've actually lowered our risk score. So it looks like our risk score is down from 5 to 4, now to 3. So it's probably going to go back up to 4 or 5 later anyway when we reinvest that 40%. But that's interesting. And we're growing nice and steady here. Now, what I wanted to touch on before, I have forgotten to post about the weekly videos, but I will this week. But here we can see our last post here with MicroStrategies. So we sold at about 1300, and I was already thinking that MicroStrategies was overvalued. But to be honest with you guys, let's check it out. MicroStrategies has continued really. It's actually higher right now than what we sold, even with the dip. So if we look at the past month, 100% in the last month. But you can see that we sold around here. So it continued to shoot up, and you can see volatile, really volatile, jumping up all the time. But this stock is going crazy, guys. Like I mentioned in my post, I wouldn't recommend buying it. It's an interesting company I bought in the first place for more exposure to Bitcoin, but it's been outperforming Bitcoin, which I find quite unique because historically it hasn't. But this has been one of our biggest winners. Just look at that graph, it's looking dangerous. Alrighty, guys. Anyway, let's go back. So I'm really happy with that. We're growing slowly. I always wasn't really too worried about this stuff. It's going to grow with our performance. I'm really looking to hit our strategy, guys. So I'm looking for 20 to 40% yearly, and we're halfway there, 2 or 3 months in. So I'm really keeping that in mind. We do want to have a good year, ideally better than last year, but guys, 20 to 40%, that's really hard to maintain long term. So I'm keeping that in mind. Now, with the portfolio, guys, there's a lot to mention here. We've really reduced our Bitcoin and crypto holdings at the moment. We'll just quickly show you a look at what's going on. Remember, crypto really follows the king, which is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is most of the crypto market. This is a 1-month chart, so you can see the explosiveness of crypto, how it goes up. This is all to do with the new crypto, specifically Bitcoin ETFs that are getting approved. You can see everything exploding. It hits a new all-time high, and now it's really regressing. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm hoping for our sake that things keep going down. We hold a little bit of crypto. I might be selling out of the positions, but we're actually looking to rebuy in. It should still be a very good year for crypto. It's probably still going to be a small part of our portfolio. But look, things got a bit overheated. Things got a bit too excited, and when everyone wants to buy, it's a good time to sell, as I mentioned last week. So these are a small part of our positions. I might actually sell out of them, but we are actually looking to load back up on crypto. That's why we have such a big portion of cash, because we've honestly just been taking our profits Now, another interesting mention is Tesla. So this is one of our core holdings. It's honestly one of our only things we're taking a loss on at the moment. But what's interesting is this is sort of a chart for Tesla for the past 5 years. You can see that it does sort of look like it's downwards trending recently. But I think this is a good company, guys. And, PE, value, all that stuff aside, this is a good company. And we're looking at it at pretty much the same price as it was almost a year ago. We're looking at almost like 1 year lows. When you're zooming out, you can see that everyone wants to buy Tesla when it's bouncing back up. I guess the only thing that concerns me is, Tesla's growth is maybe not as crazy as it used to be and all of that stuff, but I really feel like Tesla's being ignored right now. This company is not going anywhere. You can't underestimate it. It's just a car company. You can't underestimate the Elon Musk factor. Like, all of these things have immense value, so it's not something that I'm giving up on. I'm not gonna, let's say, allocate a bigger percentage of our portfolio. It's already one of our largest holdings, but it's definitely something that I'll be happily topping back up, not removing from the portfolio. Now, some of the other things that, we're approaching the rebalance, and the rebalance is not just a rebalance once every 2 months, so the end of this month is included. Once every 2 months, we take a look at the portfolio, we readjust small stuff with the strategy, we tweak what's working, what's not working. We're not changing the core strategy, which is the different parts of the portfolio. I'm actually going to pin a video on that soon for all the new people to the channel. But for example, a holding like Nvidia, we've done really good in Nvidia. Nvidia at the moment is outperforming cryptos, and this is a stock. So that's pretty crazy. It's booming on AI hype. It's one of the most valuable companies in the world. But, it's done its job. It's hit 80%. It's something I see myself selling out of, picking something new. I told you guys in the past, I'm not a big fan of shorting stuff. We got amazing performers like Facebook and, Meta over here, which is what Facebook is. Really, really interesting. A notable mention is Berkshire Hathaway. Doing quite well. Really proud of that guy. And gold actually not doing that bad. So these are part of our reserves. So we got treasury bonds here. We got gold, and look at this. We got silver outperforming gold. So we even got our reserves pulling its weight. I did axe the dividend part of our portfolio before. This is definitely just a growth portfolio, guys. Now, this week's going to be a little bit boring, just a little recap of what we're doing. The portfolio is kind of just in a waiting mode at the moment. I'm waiting to buy a lot of things on the market right now. I think timing is key, patience is key. I wanted to ride out this month, lock in our profits, and get into some new positions and continue for growth. So if you guys are thinking of adding some positions when you're copying me, towards the start of next month will be a good time. I've got a lot of people holding for that. That's probably going to be a good time to add some funds if you want. We're definitely going to compound that for you. And we're going to add some positions. So historically I have around 20 positions, but we're going to be adding in. We're going to do a little recap of the portfolio. I want to just touch on the basic strategy, the buffalo horn strategy that I talk about in my overview. I think I want to pin a video about that when I have a bit of time for that. But we're going to be closing out a lot of these positions, changing up especially what's in our horns. So a lot of our highest performing stuff is in the high risk. All of this stuff is in the high risk part of our portfolio. So we'll be taking some profits, switching that up. And our reserves and our core holdings don't change too much. That's more the stability of our portfolio. But anyway, guys, I'm talking too much. I'm going to save it for next week. We're going to start selling out of some positions this week. And then towards next week, we're going to be adding some positions. And then into the new month, we'll have our new and improved, essentially, portfolio for the next 2 months. We're going to rebalance, and we're going to ride that into the middle of the year. Now, as always, guys, I really appreciate if you're one of the copiers, Thanks for the journey. Let's make money together. If you're one of the followers tuning in, welcome. I'm surprised you made it to the end of the video. Maybe let me know you're here. And it's a pleasure, guys. A pleasure to serve you. A pleasure to grow on our journey together towards financial freedom. And I'll catch you guys all next time. See you later.